Good morning, boys and girls. It's Mr. West here with another writing task. Before I start, I just want to quick note for the parents. Parents, I know that we're uploading activities on our Class Dojo pages, and if you're not able to keep up with it, or you're kind of getting stressed out, saying, "Oh, there's so much to do," and you're working from home and you're not able to work with your kids as much, don't sweat it. Just do what you can when you can, and you can always come back to last week's activities. And not worry about getting it done on time. Okay, so I don't want you guys stressing about that. Now, boys and girls, we are going to do our free choice writer's workshop today. So remember, this means you boys and girls have to put your thinking caps on and you have to think of a topic to write about. So in our Google Meet and Ms. Karaziakos and my class, we discuss some topics that we like to write about to review. So we have our things we can write about. And Abiha said that we could write about gym class. She really likes gym class with Miss Petropoulos. Logan said he likes to write about sports. So kind of the same topic, but not really. He might play some sports in gym though. Ariana likes to write about her dollhouse, or she wants to write about her dollhouse. Isabella wants to write about her favorite animal. So that's a great topic. There's so many different animals to choose. Rajivan wants to talk about riding on his bike. And Aryan wants to talk about his devices, so his phones or his iPads or whatever devices he has at home. So I'm going to continue this video and actually pick a topic I want to write about to show you how to do it at home again. All right, boys and girls, let's get started. Remember, the first thing we need to do is we need to write our name and we need to write the date on our sheet. So I'm going to do that. So I have Mr. West. And today's date, again, oh my goodness, I gotta check it again. There it is. It is Wednesday. Oh, Wednesday's a big word. A tricky one to spell, but Wednesday, April 22nd, 2020. So I've got my name and I've got my date. Now it's time to make my picture. So remember, we're doing free choice, boys and girls. So whatever topic I choose, you don't have to choose. You can pick your own topic. You can figure out something else that you want to write about. If you like my topic, you can absolutely make a version of your own with your own words and your own picture of what you're doing. So my topic today that I like to write about is when we're staying at home, as we are right now, I'm finding that I am cooking so much more than I used to. And it reminded me of how much I really love to cook. So maybe, boys and girls, maybe your moms and dads are letting you come in the kitchen. Maybe they're cooking a little bit more at home too, and they're letting you come help make their dinner. So I love to cook, and I think it's so fantastic that we get so much more time to prepare meals. So I'm going to draw a picture of me cooking. So obviously, I'm going to need a floor to stand on, because when we cook, we got to stand on the floor. So I'm going to draw the floor. And usually when we cook, we usually use either an oven or a stove. So sometimes that is together. So I'm going to draw my oven here and my stove top. There we go. And there's my little window here to see inside the oven. And my oven is actually a black oven. So I'm going to color in this with my black marker while I have it. And, well, if I'm cooking, I guess I should probably be in the picture too. So I'm going to draw myself. And you know, I was cooking such a nice meal last night, boys and girls. It was delicious. I absolutely loved it. I was cooking some asparagus, which is really healthy, and some potatoes, some sweet potatoes that were really tasty too, with my chicken. So I'm going to be cooking on my stove, and you know what? When I cook, I like to have a big smile on my face. So look at me. I'm so happy. I'm at my stove here, and you know what? I'm even going to put my chef hat on because I'm cooking. So I'm going to have a nice tall chef hat on to remind everyone that I'm cooking. Oh, I got to remember my hands. So I'm going to draw my hands. Now usually when I cook, boys and girls, I like to use my frying pan. So my frying pan, I'm going to draw it over here. it's going to go through my hand, is a nice big frying pan. So I'm going to get that ready for the stovetop. And it's also a black frying pan as well. So I'm going to color that in with a black marker. So that's my frying pan. And you know what? I was cooking with asparagus last night, so I'm going to draw a nice long piece of asparagus because it is so delicious. Now, asparagus is not black. Asparagus is actually green. So I'm going to color in my asparagus for my picture. And I should probably put some nice colors on my clothes because I look kind of, it's all white right now, so I want to make sure I color that in. So, you know what? Last night when I was cooking, I was wearing an orange shirt. So I'm going to wear my orange shirt. And I was wearing my blue pants while I cooked my asparagus with my frying pan. Perfect. And you know what? I got my green marker. I'll just color in some green shoes down here so they look nice. Make everything look nice and colorful. Now, what else could I do with my picture here? I've got my asparagus, I got my frying pan, I'm cooking up a nice dinner here. You know what? When we eat, boys and girls, we don't usually eat on the floor, or we shouldn't eat on the floor. So I'm also going to draw my table where I like to eat. So when I'm done my meal, I can go to my table and put my plate down on the table with my fork and my knife. And who knows, maybe I'll light a nice little candle there to make it look nice. And I need my chair to sit on as well. So I'm going to put a chair here as well that I'm sitting on at my table for when I'm done my meal. And now that I've kind of got a picture drawn, boys and girls, I'm going to add some labels to my picture. This is a great way to work on our words. So here, if you remember, what was this called? This was called my asparagus. So I have my asparagus. And over here I have my pan. Now let's sound that one out. That's a word we might actually know how to spell really well. Pan. Definitely sounds like a P. Pan. Pan. Definitely sounds like an A might be in there. And let's think about that last letter. Pan. I hear an N, so I'm going to draw an N there. Or write an N, sorry. I also have my table here. So I'll write table. I have my, I've got my stove over here. Or my stove, and I'll put, you know what, / oven, because my stove and my oven are the same device. They're connected to the same thing. Probably yours are too, I would assume. And last but not least, I'm going to write over here, Mr. West. That's me, so Mr. West. And I'll also put in brackets, I'm going to say chef hat there. Because I'm wearing a chef hat. Because I am a fancy chef, and I am cooking. So, now I need to work on my sentence. Now, parents, before I write my sentence, if you're watching this, and boys and girls, if you want to let your parents know about this, Miss Tankard and I both made videos on invented spelling, which I would highly recommend you watch on the same channel that this will be uploaded to, and just get a sense of what we mean by that. So I'm not going to go into detail now. I want to work with the kids here. So boys and girls, I'm going to work on my sentence. So I'm going to think of the words I want to use. So maybe I could say, I am cooking. I'm cooking asparagus. So I got my frying pan. So I am cooking asparagus in my pan. Let's say that together. I am cooking asparagus in my pan. So if we count that, let's see. I am cooking asparagus in my pan. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 words. So I'm going to draw my lines so that I remember that I have 7 words. So I, which I know is a little word, so I could draw a little line, am, sounds like a little word, cooking asparagus in my, I'll write pan down here. Perfect. I've got all my lines. Well, the first word is I. And that's a pretty easy one, boys and girls, because it sounds exactly as it is. It's the letter I. And because it's the start of my sentence and it's the letter I, I'm going to make it an uppercase I, because it gets to be an uppercase. So, I am. Now, that's a nice small word. Ah. So, if you guessed A, you got that right. Am. I'm hearing an M there. So, I'm gonna write what I hear. I'm hearing an M. I am cooking. Cooking. So that could be a K or a C. So I'm going to write a C. I'm hearing a K or a C, but I'm going to take a guess. I think it's a C. I'm going to write C. So I am cook. Oh. Now that could be an O or a U. Oh. So you know what? I'm going to write a U because kind of sounds like a U to me. And remember, I'm not too worried about my spelling. I just want to try to get the letter sounds that I'm hearing. So I'm going to write cook. Keen. Sounds like that k sound again. So I'm going to write, I'll write a K is what I'm hearing. And if you hear that ending, cook-ing, is that I-N-G ending, it sounds like. When we say let's say it together. Cook-ing. So I'm going to write I-N-G. I am cooking. Well, I already knew how to spell asparagus, and I wrote it in my label, so I'm just going to write that word in here right now. So I am cooking asparagus. In. It sounds like an I to me. In. Sounds like another N. In. And we have my. So, I hear an M, my. It kind of sounds like an I, but when I say it again, my, I hear that y sound there. And when we say y, it kind of sounds like yo-yo, which is the letter Y. So I'm going to write a Y there. So I am cooking asparagus in my, and look at that. We already figured out how to spell pan. So I can just look at that word, and I can write that in. I'm cooking asparagus in my pan. And remember, at the end of my sentence, I want to include a nice period. It could also be an exclamation point, or if you're asking a question, you could even put a question mark there. But for sure, try to get a period there, boys and girls. So let's read my sentence together. 1, 2, 3. I am cooking asparagus in, I just noticed I made a mistake there. I wrote an M instead of an N. My mistake. Let's try it one more time. 1, 2, 3. I am cooking asparagus in my pan. So there you go, boys and girls. I got my name. I've got the date. I've got my nice, beautiful picture with all my details and colors. I even labeled a bunch of objects in my picture, and I counted out my words, and I sounded them out as best I could. So even if I didn't get the right spelling, that's okay. We just try to hear the sounds we know, and we try to put the words together as best we can. Remember, you get to pick the topic. So I chose to write about cooking, but if you want to go back to the start of the video and check out some of the topics we talked about there, feel free and try to come up with a topic of your own. This is Free Choice Writers Workshop, so I hope you have a lot of fun with it, and I look forward to seeing what you boys and girls put on Class Dojo. Have a good week. Take care.